Welcome, friends. I'm Chimmy, the inquirer of plots, the specter of sequels, and more importantly, your host this evening. Now, before another reboot, let's look back at the original 1932 movie, The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff. An archaeological expedition led by Joseph Wemple discovers a mummy named Imhotep. But as Sir Wemple and Dr. Mueller were out talking, Wemple's assistant Ralph opens and reads aloud an ancient life-giving spell from the Scroll of Thoth that awakens the mummy, who walks away with the scroll. 10 years later, Sir Wemple's son, Frank, has not had any luck excavating until Imhotep arrives, masquerading as Ardith Bey, and tells them the location of the ancient tomb of Princess Anxanamen. Once the tomb is found, the mummy Anxanamen and its treasures are donated to the Cairo Museum. That's where Imhotep reads the scroll which awakens the soul of Anxanamen, who has taken the form of Helen Grosvenor. Imhotep eventually hypnotizes Helen and shows her how she died as Princess Anxanamen. Imhotep deeply loved Anxanamen, so when she died, he stole the Scroll of Thoth despite the gods' anger and murmured the spell that raises the dead. But he was found out, so his father commanded him to be put to death and have the chest that contains the Scroll of Thoth buried with him. The slaves were killed, and the warriors that killed the slaves are also slain, so that no one can visit his grave. Helen becomes mysteriously ill for resisting Imhotep. Frank has fallen in love with Helen and looks after her with the help of Dr. Mueller. Imhotep eventually hypnotizes Helen and she walks to the Cairo Museum where she meets Imhotep and the soul of Princess Anxanamen manifests. Imhotep plans to mummify her and resurrect her, but his plans are dashed when Dr. Mueller and Frank show up to rescue Helen. Helen, or Anxanamen, prays to the goddess Isis. The statue of Isis raises its arm and burns the Scroll of Thoth, which breaks the spell that kept Imhotep alive, returning Helen back to normal.
Helen! He has dragged her back to ancient Egypt. Call her. Her love for you may bridge the centuries.
Helen. Helen. Come back. It's Frank. Come back.
Well, that's a wrap till we review another cult classic. Ugh.